Hey, Queens. This is Desmond Booker, your favorite Christian dating and relationship coach, and also your success coach, helping you go from single to successfully dating without settling, also helping you go from one level of success to the next level of success. So, we're helping you in your love life and we're helping you in your life. Real quickly, I know that many of you are jumping on and coming on, and we thank you for joining us tonight. Tonight's topic is going to be a great one that I believe many of you are wanting to talk about because you've been talking to me about it, and that is that you're tired of dating. You're tired of dating, so let's fix that, okay? Tired of dating, tired of you're frustrated in the dating process. Let's fix that, right? Let's go ahead and just begin to fix that. And so we want to thank you for joining us. Are you frustrated with dating? Let's fix it. So the first thing that with the many queens that I'm helping is that you are seeing success in other areas of your life, right? So how can I see success in this area of my life, but not see success in my dating life, right? And I know that is the frustrating thing. But one thing that we have to do is that there's a different type of energy that you have to put in success in your life and put different energy in your love life. And there's two different energies. And so when you get these energies mixed up, guess what? You're not going to see the success in the love life like you're desiring to see it. I'm accomplishing all these things over here, but when I come to my love life, why am I not accomplishing it, right? And so one of the things that it's exhausting to be winning everywhere in your life, but feel like a beginner in your love life. How is it that I can't get this thing right? And it's not that you're not enough. You are enough, but you have to feel like you are enough, right? So you're feeling like you are enough in your life. But what about dating? Do you feel like you are enough in dating? Do you feel like you deserve? So all of these things have to come into play. So you have high energy in an achievement. You can achieve goals. You can accomplish some things, right? But it's not an achievement when it comes to your dating. It comes with alignment. So you have to go from achieving a partner to aligning with the partner. And that's the difference, is that this is why it takes the healing and the mindset. It takes the internal strategies with on the inside, where we talk about the way you think, the way that you act, the way that you feel. All of these things are what? This is the alignment. Do you align? So I'm not trying to achieve in a partner. I'm not trying to achieve somebody that a spouse, but I'm going to align. And when you align with the spouse, then that's when the success in your love life begins, okay? So you're doing great in achieving in your life, but now let's align in your love life. And so what you have to begin to do is going to have to take some of these walls down, right? And we talked about this so many times. So you got these walls, you got this energy going. You can handle this and you can handle that, and you're handling things, and you got this success mode on. But when it comes to a relationship, you're going to have to let that success mode die down just a little bit, right? Because he's going to need access to you. He doesn't need to meet with the CEO, right? He doesn't need to meet with the prayer warrior, the queen who's got it all going on. No, he needs to meet you. Can you take off all the hats that you have and allow him to have access to you, right? This is so important, because if he can't access you, and again, all dating is what? It's him getting to know you and you're getting to know him. And so you don't want to come in looking and feeling like and sounding like a CEO or sounding like the boss, right? You're doing great in these other areas, but now in your love life, you got to take all those hats off and just be you. Okay. And this is so important. Can you authentically be yourself when you're meeting the potential people that you're desiring, when you're meeting the guys that you're desiring to date, when you're on these dates? Can you just be you, or do you have to be this other person? Take her off. Leave her at the house, right? You're accomplishing so many great things. Let's just be you, okay? And so that's going to be the first thing that you're going to have to begin to do. The second thing is you're going to have to stop recruiting potentials, right? You're going to have to stop recruiting potential. What does I mean by that? So if you are Mrs. Fix It Up, right? You got this project going, and so you got potentials to that, and you show them how to do the project over here, and you're showing people over here what to do in your house, or showing them what to do. You're showing people always. So you're so great at attracting potential. But when it comes to somebody that you're going to spend the rest of your life with, you cannot attract a potential. You do not want to attract another project. You don't want to be trying to fix the man, right? You want him, you want to be attracting him. Again, it's not trying to achieve him, but it's about what? It's about how you're going to align with him. So it's a different energy. No longer will you, this is why most of you are frustrated, because you are attracting these potentials, these projects, people that are not enough. He needs to be healed. Is there any man is there any man out there that doesn't need to be healed? Is there any man that's ready to date? That's the frustrating. But the question is not, is there any men? The question is, can you attract a person that is ready to step into his role of being the partner that you're praying for, the partner that you're desiring? Or are you continuing to attract the potential? We don't want potential. We want the person who's ready, who you're praying for, who you're desiring to be with, in order to know projects, right? So that's the frustrating thing, is you're attracting the wrong people. You're attracting projects. No more attracting projects, and no more trying to fix anybody. You're going to align, and you align by becoming the right person. Becoming the right person. Are you the right person at this point? If you're the right person, then you're going to attract the right person. Okay? And so number 3 is that you have to update your requirements. Now, I want you to think about this. Update your requirements. So if you are at this level and now you've been doing great and you've gone to another level, well, you can't be dating these people that were at this level. You've upgraded. So then that means that your requirement has to change. You cannot. This is what happens many times. You're trying to still date the people that you quote unquote liked. They may have had it going on at that level, but you're at another level now. And this is what happens when you begin to really work on yourself and go through this healing process. Because now I'm wanting to attract at a higher level, but guess what? I'm still dating at that level that I'm on. Because why? Because that is what I was familiar with. So this is why it's frustrating, because you're trying to date at this level, but while you're dating at this level with familiar people. So you're attracting familiar people. Just take a moment and think about the last few people that you dated. I bet you, and I guarantee you, that they were all the same type person. They were all the same type person. But I actually probably had all the same red flags that you saw. Dating people with red flags. You know, we can't do that. And that's why you're frustrated. You're dating people with red flags and thinking that you're going to fix them and get rid of those red flags because he looks good, smells good, and he's treating you good and all these other things, but he's not meeting the requirements that you're needing at the level. So you're out of alignment. That's simply what it is. A great person, but you're not at that great person level. You're at this next level person. And so what you got to do is you've got to align with that person on that level, and you have to begin to attract that type of person by being that type of person. Well, if I'm getting success and I'm being successful at that level, won't I know? Because you're going to have to start thinking. Again, you're achieving at that level, but you're not aligning at that level. Okay? So because you're achieving at that level, now you have to take your mind off of the people, because what's happening is what you used to like, what you used to desire, the people that you used to, were attracted to and dating. Have you upgraded your requirements? Have you upgraded your requirements? And a great example of this, let's just say that you are a woman that just started learning about the Lord and started reading your Bible, right? Well, now you're at another level where you're going in. You're going in. You and the Lord have this great, strong relationship. Well, now you can't date that man who's just getting to know God, right? what's going to happen, because it's going to be out of alignment. Now you're going to be teaching him. And I'm not saying that there's nothing wrong with that, but you're going to have patience because he's not at the level. Because the frustrating thing is that you're going to want to be taught by him. You're going to want him to lead you, but you're trying to date at the beginner level of knowing the Lord than where you were at the level now that you are. And I'm just using that as an example. You may have been at you may be making 5K a month. You may have been up, now you're at 15 to 20K months. Well, that type of person that you dated at the 5K month, now you're at that success level of 15 to 20K. Now what you're going to have to begin to do, you're going to have to begin to date that type of person at that level or above. Why? Because then so again, it's all about alignment. That's all I'm saying. Because you can see success at the 15K and at the 20K, but are you in alignment for a partner that is at that level? Oh, I'm talking today. And so you have to begin to adjust your requirements. I would love to have somebody like this, but that was the old me. I've changed. I'm at another I'm at another level now, and I've got to take my requirements to the next level. And so stop real quickly and think about, who do I need at this level of my life? This person was great at this level, but who do I need at this level? This is why so many times you're dating people and you begin to grow and they stay the same. What happens? Now you're out of alignment. That's why the relationship is not what it is. So what you really want to do is align with somebody who's growing, who's working on themselves, who's constantly getting better, who's constantly have goals, who's constantly wanting to see and have the best in life, who not only are chemistry with you, which we talked about, chemistry and compatibility, but we want to make sure that we are communicating and that we have things that align. Are we aligned? Because if we're not aligned and out of alignment, have you ever rode in a car that's out of alignment? Every time it feels like it's pulling to the left or pulling to, it's out of alignment. Well, that's what relationships are. When you're out of alignment with somebody, it's going to be pulling to the left, right? It's going to be pulling to the left, right? No, I want you to stay still. If I can take my hands off the steering wheel and take my hands off of this relationship for a moment, let's just see if this thing can steer straight, right? Without having to veer off to the left or to the right. Is the relationships you've been in, that's what's causing the frustration, out of alignment. So you're going to have to make sure you get yourself in alignment. And yes, absolutely, you deserve a double win. And we talk about this, and I'm going to keep saying it. You deserve to win in your life, and you deserve to win in your love life. In your life, you are a high achieving queen. Now in your love life, become that high alignment queen. I think I just said something. High achieving queen and high alignment queen. I want to align with somebody who is aligned with me. And in order to do that, I have to be healed. I have to let go of the past. I have to start thinking the right thoughts. I have to start feeling the right, having the right feelings and doing the right things in order to be aligned with the person, because I don't get what I want. I'm not dating who I want to date, but I'm dating the type of person that I am. Okay, and so that's very important. And so the frustration is that you can feel that you feel is actually a sign that you've outgrown old patterns. Have you outgrown old patterns? Have you outgrown the old you? It's time for what? It's a time for a strategy to match the woman that you become. I'm opening up. I'm just going to stop right there because I could go on about this, but you need a strategy. Let's talk about this. You're attracting, and maybe I'll do another video about this, but you're attracting a certain type. How do I know the type? Have you ever just even investigated the type of people that you have been attracting or not, or the type of people that you have not even been attracting? There's a pattern that's going on, and it's an internal, something internally is causing you to attract those type of people. And if you're wanting to attract the right type of people, you gotta switch that pattern off, and you gotta change patterns. Change patterns by changing yourself. All right, this is great. Let's talk about strategy, 15-minute strategy. Let's go ahead, click the link in my bio if you're here on Instagram. If you're on YouTube, I'll leave that 15-minute strategy session so that you can click the link and get into that. If you're on Facebook, also you can click the link in the comment section and get your 15-minute free session. We're going to be strategizing, and we're going to be moving you from single to successfully dating. It's not about only achieving, but now it's time to get into alignment, Queen. And once you get into alignment, you're going to see yourself no longer frustrated, but you're going to see yourself move from frustration to fun, from single to successfully dating, to a healthy relationship, to a loving and committed relationship, marriage. All right. So this has been fun. Again, if you're on YouTube, please hit that like, subscribe button down below. Thank you for liking. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for also following me on Instagram. And thank you for joining our Queens Don't Settle Successfully Dating Facebook group. Also, real quickly, our membership. Oh my God, so many queens are experiencing so many great things in our Single to Successfully Dating membership. Our membership. I want you to go ahead and click down below and get information about that. I help you heal. We're talking about any topic that you're desiring to talk about. We support you in the Facebook group. So many great things in that Single to Successfully Dating membership. And it's monthly, and it's very affordable. It would probably shock you as what we're actually spending. Very affordable. Check out the information and let's go ahead and get into that. And I look forward to seeing you. Remember, Queens don't settle. Are you frustrated? No, you're not. We fixed it.